All right, this is the lesson video for Skill 2 on Algebra 1, Unit 1. And so really this is a pretty straightforward lesson where we're just looking at adding and subtracting whole numbers and integers. So remember, integers are really what the numbers you see along this number line here. Integers are all the positive and negative whole numbers. And so when we look at our number line 0 here in the center, we have all of our negative numbers over here and positive numbers over here. But more than that, we can also see that whenever we subtract, we are going to move in this direction. When we add, we're going to move in this direction. Because when we subtract, we're moving in the negative direction, and when we add, we're moving in the positive direction. So we're going to use that concept as we work through this lesson. So let me just grab a different color here. So just to kind of give you an idea, I'm going to do some of the examples that they have in the unit, starting with example number 2, which says find the sum of 2 and negative 8. So it says to find the sum of 2 and negative 8. So notice we're doing 2 plus negative 8. Okay, so we know we're starting here at 2. And we're adding negative 8. Now, this can be a little bit confusing right here, plus minus 8. But really what you need to understand is that this is the same thing as 2 minus 8. So in other words, when we add a negative number, it's the same as subtracting that number. So this is the same as 2 minus 8. And so since subtraction moves us in the negative direction and I start at 2, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that gets me my answer. And so the final answer is negative 6. All right, well, let's keep going down and look at another example. So this is what I would recommend doing if you have trouble with these concepts, is just practice doing things with the number line. So the next one says on example number 3, just write example 3 right here. It says to find the difference between 6 and 2. So difference is a word for subtraction. So to find the difference between 6 and 2, I'm doing 6 minus 2. So this is pretty straightforward. We're starting at the number 6, and we're subtracting 2. And so 4 would be my answer. All right. Let's see. Okay, so example number 4. Hopefully you're following along on your unit. Example number 4 says to find the difference between, it says to subtract 5 from negative 3. So subtract 5 from negative 3. So it means I'm going to subtract 5. So start with negative 3, subtract 5. We could put parentheses around this negative 3 if you want, but we know we're starting at negative 3 and we're subtracting 5, so we're going in this direction again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's my answer, and so then my answer is negative 8. All right, I'll go ahead and do example number 5 as well. Choose a different color here. This will be bright enough for us. So example number 5 says to find the difference of negative 1 and negative 7. So difference means I'm going to find negative 1 minus negative 7. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit confusing, I think. There's a lot of negatives in this problem. But the issue that we need to deal with the most is going to be what's happening right here. This is a strange thing. Minus negative. So what I'm going to say is when we see this, and you can kind of visualize it if you look at it, this could be written as a plus sign. So we're going to rewrite this as negative 1 plus 7. So let's go back to our yellow. So negative 1 plus 7 is what we're going to be actually solving. So we start at negative 1. We go plus 7. So plus is going to be in the positive over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 moves gets me 6. So the answer is positive 6. So that's just those examples in the unit worked out. You're welcome to use a calculator for these problems, but also I will obviously post this number line and other images that I use in the unit lessons to give you guys some help on that.